What is up, ladies and gents? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about XRP. I'll be giving you my price prediction for what I think is going to happen in the shorter term, so the next few days to next few weeks, as well as my 2025 price target here for XRP. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you're a new subscriber here, then welcome to the channel. If you do like this content, then be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Of course, if you're looking for a great place to buy and trade XRP, then look no further than the Mex Exchange. This is the exchange that I've been using, and of course, for a limited time only, they're giving new users $20 when they sign up. So if you do want to get some free money, click on the link in the description down below, fill out your details here, press sign up. You might have to deposit some money first into Mex, and then of course they'll drop you that free $20 so you can buy and trade more XRP. So of course, if you do want to support the channel, link is in the description down below. Thank you guys as always, and let's get into this video. So XRP right now, we're in quite a critical area. This is very interesting because, like I said in my previous videos, we've been consolidating now, but we've got a very clear chart pattern that we are keeping our eyes on. And of course, whatever the result is from this chart pattern, I do believe the outcome's going to be a big move. So of course, at the moment, we've got this triangle or pennant that is playing out here on XRP. This has come after a sharp parabolic move that we've seen in the XRP price. Basically, since the start of November, it took about a month for XRP to basically do nearly a 6x in price. Absolutely astonishing. And right now we're consolidating in this pennant type structure here. And the great news for everyone that's holding XRP right now is this structure is supposed to be bullish. So basically, this is a consolidation, a pause within a bullish trend. Of course, the trend is still very bullish here on XRP. There's plenty of indicators to show that. I will show you in a sec, but first, I will give you the price target from what we expect to see from a pennant. So the price target is the length of the flagpole, or this parabolic move going into the pennant. So what we should expect to see if we see a breakout from this pennant is that we should expect to see a price target of roughly $9 here on XRP. That's literally a 270% move, and this is why I'm keeping my eyes peeled on this pennant. It's a massive trade if we do see a breakout to the upside. And what I mean by breakout as well, just so that we are clear on this, is that we see large green candles. So let's just take it on the 1 hour chart to show you in a bit more detail to what we want to see. Of course, what we want to see is something like this, where, you know, if the price comes up to the resistance once more like this, for example, and we start to see prices push above that resistance like this, we want to check to see that these candles are large green candles, lots of momentum. So for example, we see candles looking a bit like this, for example, not something like this where it just barely scrapes above the resistance. We ideally want to see large momentum, large green candles. Of course, if we can see the volume rising when the prices push above that resistance, that would be really good as well. But generally, we want to see all indicators flashing green when we see that price push above there. And of course, then we see a shot of XRP hitting $9. And not only the fact that it's a 270% trade that excites me, but also the fact that when we see this pennant type structure here, we also expect to see quite a quick move to where the price target is set. So if you look at the steepness of the price going into this pennant, that's what we expect to see coming out of it as well. This is not a slow pattern. This is not something that should take months to years to accomplish. This should happen, you know, within a matter of weeks, maybe a month or two, but it's generally a quick pattern. So this is what we're looking for when we see a breakout to the upside from this pennant. So of all the coins out right now, XRP really excites me the most, but time is running out for this pennant. Of course, as you can see, if we zoom into the pennant once more, if we just extend the lines, there's going to be a point where XRP has to make its mind up. I would say by the end of January, the pennant really closes it in on itself, and therefore XRP has to decide, is it going to go higher, or are we going to see a breakdown from this pattern? And I really like that because it kind of lines up as well with Trump's inauguration, and it was the presidential elections that really started the run up in XRP. So if Trump gets inaugurated, it would be iconic if it breaks out to the upside once he gets inaugurated. I think that would be really cool. So that's also something I'm bearing in mind. But of course, like I say, the deadline is at the end of January. Everything at the moment as well in terms of indicators are still looking fairly good. The MACD on the 1-day chart at the moment is still above the 0 line there, so that's technically quite good. However, we have seen a failed crossover. It looked like the MACD was about to cross over into bullish, but now it's really just overlapping itself there. We don't really see a clear bullish or bearish direction on the MACD on the 1-day chart, so there's not much information regarding that. However, the volume that's been in this pennant does look good. There's been more volume on the pumps and less volume on the dips, so that is a big positive point. Of course, we've got seasonality on our side as well. Another strong point is that we're in Q1 2025. If there is ever a time to be bullish, then now is the time to be bullish on crypto, because Q1 is generally a very bullish time here for crypto. Another strong point as to why we should see an upside rather than a downside here on XRP. But just to consider all possible outcomes, I will talk about the downside as well, because at the end of the day, this is a pennant and should be a bullish structure, but these are not 100% perfect. So if we do not see some price action by the end of January here on XRP, maybe we see the opposite instead. We see a breakdown of this pattern, and that could look potentially pretty bad here on XRP. Of course, if we have a look in the past, we can see some nice examples here in the past on XRP. So here's one which was successful to the upside. This was a little bit longer, so it's not your typical pennant, but nonetheless, it illustrates what happens when we see a clear breakout. It happens pretty quickly. So you see a lot of tests of resistance, a lot of test support, and then all of a sudden, bam, price shoots to the upside here on XRP. Of course, for the price target, we can see that the price target was actually hit. We just take the base of that parabolic move there to where we enter the pennant, and you can see to the upside, the price target was hit and then some. So prices exceeded the price target and went even higher up. An example of a failed pennant structure could be this one here, for example. So basically in this region, we also see some consolidation where people could have got excited. You know, we're seeing this sort of pennant consolidation happen after a parabolic move. So it looks like this could have continued upwards. But what actually occurred is that there was more of a breakdown pattern instead. The prices went below the support line. And what happened afterwards was prices continued going downwards and retraced the whole parabolic move up. So basically, this is a scenario where the prices have failed. Another really good example, just to demonstrate to you guys, is on Shiba Inu as well. This is one of the typical ones for the pennant structures, and I've already drawn them on just to save a bit of time. But you can see over back in 2021, as an example of a successful pennant pattern was this one here, when the price made its first parabolic move going into that pennant, and then boom, shot straight out of that pennant structure and just hit its price target. Look, it hit its price target perfectly before coming back down. An example of a failed one was a little bit later on, so we can go towards 2024, for example, and we see it made a very strong 300% move at the start of 2024 in Shiba Inu. It started to consolidate in some sort of pennant type structure or triangle type structure. And unfortunately, in Shiba Inu's case, instead of breaking up to the upside, we saw a breakdown instead. And what followed was the price again completely retraced its pump. Well, not completely, but mostly retraced the pump at the start of 2024. So these pennants are very decisive here on these charts, and XRP is no different. Of course, very interested to see what occurs from this pennant. The price target of a successful breakout of this pennant, like I say, is $9. That's literally a 4x from where the price is right now. If we do not see a successful breakout, then what we could see, like I say, is quite a bit of a reversal and maybe quite a bit of a retracement of the pump that we had. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way back down to 50 cents, but maybe we see the prices head quite a bit lower, as history has shown us. So some things to consider here. Of course, I said at the start as well, I'll be giving you my 2025 prediction. So if you haven't seen it yet, then on XRP, I'm following this beautiful pattern that has formed. In fact, I need to go on a different XRP chart. This one here. Let's just get rid of some of these annotations. In XRP, we have been following this long-term triangle, in my opinion. We've already broken out of it. So where was it? Yeah, look, something that goes across a little bit like this. We have already broken out of that triangle, which gives us a price target on XRP of the first test of support and resistance, and that puts XRP's price target at roughly $19. It's a little bit short there. I think I've drawn it a bit inaccurately, but in my previous videos, I've made that $19. So literally, that's my long-term price target here on XRP. That's what I think it's able to reach in 2025, probably in Q4, but I'm not ruling anything out. And yeah, so again, this long-term price target that I have, the fact that we've seen this triangle on XRP and a very successful breakout of that triangle suggests that we should see XRP hitting $9 in the shorter term and a continuation to $19 sometime in 2025. So of course, that's been a bit of a handful, so I will leave the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do let me know down in the comments what your price targets are for XRP and if you are holding any XRP. And of course, I'll see you guys in my next video.